Roosters?
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's over by Spirit Bank. The Spirit Bank Center.
Oh, south of here?
At 103rd and Memorial.
Wow.
That's where he told. The weekend I went to visit my mom, the first weekend I suspected something was going on, and I went to visit my mom, and I'd seen that email pop up on the screen about the personal ad. So while I was at my mom's, I couldn't sleep, and so I had the idea to go check the Craigslist ads, so I did, and that's when I found, and the ad that he had posted, I left town at 5:30 to go to my mom's, and he posted an ad at 5:55, like 25 minutes later. He had already posted an ad, because he didn't know that I was planning to be gone for the weekend, and he posted an ad that, he wanted to hook up with somebody that night to meet him at Roosters at 9 o'clock, and described what he looked like and what he'd be wearing, and said come up and ask for Bookman, which is what he envisions himself to be called. Nobody calls him that, but he calls himself that. And so, yeah, he just...
But you're a beautiful woman. I just don't understand what the hell.
Well, thank you so much.
I mean, I never could understand it anyway, but even if you were a pitifully ugly, there's just no excuse. Just, go get a divorce and then go around. Whatever you want to do. Get a separation. Do whatever you need to do. Get it over with, and then,
I think he honestly is so arrogant that he thought he could play this double life for at least another year. And I think he wanted one more year to be on my insurance before he had to start paying his own medical insurance. Because with the diabetes, and so now with Obamacare, there's no reason he can't get his own insurance. So,
that's true.
So one reason I didn't leave him years ago is because I didn't want to leave him stranded without medical insurance. And then we worked through things, like we went through some similar things about 8 years ago, where I learned that he was having a virtual affair and he had exchanged pictures with a lady.
Well, a virtual affair
is different than right around your backyard,
And that's a person. I mean, yuck. And to think how much, like I said, putting you in danger, and with STDs or whatever, that's just gross. The whole thing is just an ugly thought.
And now he's like insisting that he never did anything wrong, that he never actually did any. Well,
Well, that's
I'm like,
one person opinion, huh? Everybody has their opinion.
Well, we know he came out and left.
I thought it was at 150, not 156. But
should be pretty quick here.
Clayton said, well, why didn't she hire a private detective? I said, those are expensive. I said, I wouldn't hire it if I knew I could do it myself. I'd do it myself.
Well, and see, my husband, he just assumed that I would be so naive and trusting that I would never, and, like, when I created those fake identities and started communicating with him, he didn't have a clue, Now, since then, I think his lawyer has suggested to him that, that could be anybody.
Yeah.
And,
well, it generally is when he's known as Bookman or whatever you said.
Yeah.
And he's picked up 5 books in his whole life, and that was just to move them.
Well, actually, see, he's written a book. Now, I have not read it because I know for a fact that I would go nuts trying to read it because his writing and his spelling is so bad. But for some reason, he does have a pretty creative mind, and he's smart, so it's probably an interesting story to read, but I know that I could not stand to wade through all of the grammatical errors that I would find.
Right.
And I don't have time to try to edit it. So, you know, throughout the course of our business, when we were married and we had our own business, I always did all of the graphics and the, the signage and putting the brochures together and stuff like that, because he just can't do that kind of stuff. Man, I thought we had it.
I thought it was at 12 or 150.
But see, let's see. Okay, so let's do this. Let's pause this and let's go. Let me just pause this. So, you think it was back here?
Yeah, 1350.
1350.
Because I said something about, oh no, that would be,
Yeah, that's 150.
yeah.
So if we did it. But see, what was that time I was just recording? We watched through this, didn't we? Okay, let's just keep panning a little bit then and see. That's 2 o'clock. And that's 2, and that's 2:10, 2:20. Oh, now it's gone. So it was 150 or 1 something. I mean, not 1, 2. It was 2 something.
Oh, okay.
So now we're on track. Okay, so.
That's the problem with pugs.
Yeah.
They snore. And snore, and snore. What is it, girl?
So now it should be any minute that he should be coming out.
Did he come out of the garage that time, or did he come
No,
out
he came out the front door.
Okay.
It'll be any minute. Yeah, one of my students one time, I gave them a show and tell assignment. They had to, in Spanish, they had to present a story about an animal, like a real live animal or a stuffed animal or anything. We were studying how to say animal names in Spanish and how to talk about things. And so one of them brought his pug, and it was so cute. But he did a horrible job on the Spanish part. So he only made like a C on the presentation, and he was so mad. He's like, "How can you give my dog a C?" And I said, "I didn't give your dog a C. I said, look on your grading rubric, and on the dog, on your prop, you got 100. But on your Spanish, you got a D."
Yeah.
Okay, well, come on now. Where was this? I thought it was right here.
I know. See, sometimes you just...
And it's going 4 times as fast.
Yeah, and you got it on play, so everything's supposed to be...
There he goes. Okay, so let's pause, and let's get it back to real time. I think he just goes somewhere.
But I know that one time that we spotted, he came out of the garage, he went twice. He went straight to the
trunk
of the car, and I don't know whether he put something in or took something out.
Okay, now let's just